Well, all right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, my brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. Pastor Dowell here. Hey, check this out. I got some announcements I need to make here concerning upcoming events and things that's going on. Then we'll get back to the videos a little bit later this week. The first one is Passover. We're already at our limit at Passover right now concerning the amount of people that we can handle. However, you can call the number behind me right here. And if you want to get on the overflow list, just in case someone calls in, and we hope that people have that kind of integrity that they would, just in case someone calls in and they can't make it or something, then they can communicate with us. And then we can call you back, leave your number, and then we can add you to the list. And that way you can get on the list to come for Passover. Also, oh yeah, Sports Illustrated. You remember how Sports Illustrated made an article on Kabir? Well, they've been on a rampage again. They made an article on Kabir, and they made an article on quite a few people, and for whatever reason, I don't know why for the life of me that a sports magazine has writes an article based on our religious conviction and perspectives and point of views. Well, anyway, you know that the NFL Combine is taking place right now in Indy, right? And so there are ladies up there. They have been calling around the family members, been calling around the ex-coaches, been calling around the ex teammates. They have been calling around all over the place, trying to get in touch with Brother Dan and Brother Rob and Brother Clemens, and they're trying to get in touch with Kabir and they even been calling around here, asking us, and calling people in the ministry, trying to get an interview, talking about they want to set the record straight. First of all, the record's already been straight. Listen, I know a lot of people don't know what slander and libel is, deception, spin. We really truly don't have time to go around and chase fires and try to put out all the fires just because someone decides to speak evil of us, or they don't like our way of lifestyle. We don't like the way of their lifestyle. So we're not going to spend our day and our time and all our energy and effort wasting time trying to convince someone that what we're doing is right. Hey, you have a life to live, live it. We have a life to live, and we're living it. But it's amazing how that now there's this woman up there named Buffy Gorilla. I mean, that is her name for real, Buffy Gorilla. She's trying to bring a newscast out and trying to interview the brothers up there in Indy. And they have been blowing up people's phones left and right. It's just crazy. But anyway, check this out. The first time, and you might go on Google and be able to see it, but there's this woman, I think her name Caitlin Kyler. We call her a buck-tooth bunny rabbit. That's an ugly woman too. But anyway, she made the first article that she put out against us at Straitway on a sports magazine. She ended up getting fired because she wrote that article, and it got published. You don't hear that, do you? You don't ever hear that out there. No, but the article is still up there in Google, though, isn't it? It's wicked and nefarious as they are. It's amazing. But the editor fired her for that. And also, she went to another, what's the name of that? She went to another magazine. I think it's called, what is it called? The Belcher Report. She went over there and started with the shenanigans again and got fired from over there. Now, she's at some other place, and for whatever it is, whatever this Jezebelic witch spirit is, this Caitlin Kyler, she just is enthralled with Straitway. I mean, you have to understand, I understand that, Amos 5:10 says that he that rebuketh in the gate is hated. I get it. I promise I do. But why is it that everybody in this country, in this world, has a right to believe whatever they want to believe and live the way they want to live, but Straitway? Now, don't get me wrong. We're totally unconcerned about the outside influence opinion on these matters. It's just nonsense. It makes no sense. I mean, you can go on there all over the internet, and there are people that they get a little salty, they get disgruntled, and they go on there and they start making up lies and twisting stories and twisting doctrine and stuff. That's going to always be. I mean, that's just the way it is. But to have a sports magazine that's turned around and Straitway, listen, they even digging in police records of people who at one time used to come to the ministry. You have to understand. All right, listen, we run a pretty tight ship here, and we're not going to tolerate sin. And so, you know, it's just been one of those things, but it's amazing how as soon as somebody gets in trouble, the first thing that everybody wants to know is what church you go to now. And then you don't have to tell nobody what church you go to. It's your right to believe and to worship the way you want to. If you want to worship and hug a tree, that's your right. That's your prerogative. People may not like it. They have a right to dissent. They can say whatever they want. All you have to do is just don't pay attention to the noise. Stay the course. Keep going. Well, regardless, what's happened is that when that Sports Illustrated magazine news article got out there by Bucktooth Caitlin Kyler, whatever her name is, the one that got fired from Sports Illustrated, they think that when you get out there and slander us and put forth all this negative publicity, that that's just going to stop people from watching or listening, or it's going to put a stigma on us as a ministry. But you know what happens? Intelligent people read articles like that and they go, because they are discerning. They look at that and go, I said, then they, you know what they do? They go over and watch one of my services, or they watch one of my radio broadcasts, and they listen intently, very close, and they go, well, look at that. Isn't that something? I see the reason why that man's hated, because he stands for truth. And you know what end up happening? They end up sending me an offering, and then they end up calling this number behind me and asking for Elder Doug, and they end up becoming a part of the ministry. See, whenever the devil means something for evil, the Most High turns out for good. So, see, there's a strategy out there. Whenever your name is mentioned in pretense, or even if it's mentioned, let's just make it simple. If it's mentioned in a negative light or a positive light, the whole ideal is as long as your name is out there, as long as it's mentioned. A lot of people see all these people that make all these different judgments, and they put Pastor Dowell at the front of their videos. It's 100% totally backfiring on them, because people who are discerning, people who have intelligence, and people who have sense, they listen to that video, and then it causes them to go check it out more, and the next thing you know, they get bit by the truth bug, and they're part of the ministry. Isn't that amazing? So, hey, I'm glad that my name is out there, and y'all keep on using it. All right, keep on using it. I give you official rights to use my name whatever way you want to, Pastor Dowell, because it all working out for our good. Every bit of it is. And so I guess we can thank the Father for that. Listen, just because somebody says something, it doesn't mean it's right or wrong. You have to do your own due diligence, but you can't go to offended people who have been disciplined, people who have been put out of the ministry or excommunicated because they simply want to sin. You can't do that over. You can do it. Go over Christianity and do it. You can't do it over. You can't just purposely live in sin and think that all you're going to get is just a little slap on the wrist. No, we can't do what we love to do in the law, so we just got to put you away from us. You just got to go. And so that's how we deal. That's how we live. And we live a quiet and peaceful life, having a wonderful time too. But we're looking forward as we are coming out of the dead season, and we're coming into the spring time, the feast of the Most High Yah coming up here. So we're looking forward to seeing you, provided that you have been approved to come at this particular Passover this year. Hey, I want y'all to have a wonderful, wonderful day and have a wonderful time. We are, I'm looking at my schedule up here. We're getting ready for gardening season, because it's the weather's starting to change a little bit, and thank God. I'm so tired of this cold weather. I'm sure some of you are as well. But anyway, hey, I wanted to get what's not reported out there in front of you so you can actually see exactly what's going on. So y'all have a wonderful time. Stay tuned to the channel. If you want to, consider come over and becoming a patron. We're going to put videos up, and we talk about a lot of things over there that we just simply can't talk about on this platform right here. I don't know what it is, but like I said, man, the hypocrisy of somebody that's working up at YouTube is utterly remarkable and amazing to me. How that they just stay on Pastor Dowell. Man, they stay on me, man. If I sneeze something, I watch other people. They can say whatever they want. As soon as I say a particular word, they bring the hammer on me. I guess I could probably, look into this even more so. But I think I'm gonna change here for a second. I think what got Sports Illustrated more than anything is when I threatened a lawsuit on them and they end up firing that woman. Huh? Now you think about that. That woman, that Caitlin Bucktooth Rabbit, whatever her name, Colleen, or whatever it is, she got fired. Now why don't they just go write an article about that? Why don't people just go up there and rush out here in front of the video camera and tell you what were the ramifications of her attacking a religious institution? Nah, isn't that amazing? Once again, vindication. But that don't mean she stopped. Now she's got Buffy Gorilla. I mean, believe it or not, that is an actual name of a woman. Buffy Gorilla. And I know one thing. I'm probably right. She probably looks like a gorilla as well.